Hello and welcome back to another trailer review where we're watching The Last Duel. Interesting sounding movie. Can't wait to watch this trailer. Joining us from Miami, Soul, how's it going?
Going good. We just Wikipedia this beforehand, and apparently this is the last sanctioned duel ever in France, and so it's based on a true story. So that makes this even more interesting. Also directed by Ridley Scott, and he's hit or miss, but when he hits really good. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, his track record recently has just been spotty. Been spotty. Joining us across the pond, Bogz, how's it going?
Yeah, looking forward to this one, no doubt. I believe this movie is long delayed as well because anticipated for Affleck and Damon's kind of return together on film, but also because of the subject matter, very controversial, um, topic, especially in today's era. So I think it was delayed on several occasions, rewrites and stuff. So see what they got. And of course, I completely forgot Adam Driver was in this. Like, he's might be my favorite working actor right now. Like, he's that good. So there's that, and yeah, just can't wait to see Affleck and Damon together and see if they got. Hopefully, they have screen time together as well. But I presume they will.
I'm sure they would. I'm also curious
Yeah.
how do you approach this subject matter. You're right. With in 2021 lens, it's going to be very interesting. But
Yeah, I gotta say Ridley Scott as well. Like, big fan Ridley Scott. Put him in top 10 all directors for me, my top 10. Like, even some of his misses, I love. Uh, all ticks for me. Damon, Affleck, Driver, Ridley Scott. I am so in. So let's see what the trailer's got, but no doubt I'll be watching.
all right, well let's see.
There is only one question that matters. Do you swear on your life that what you say is true?
My father told me my life would be blessed with good fortune. I'm married. I was a good wife. And then was judged and shamed by my country.
I say before all of you, I spoke the truth.
A most unspeakable charge has been brought against you.
Jacques Legree entered our home. He attacked me.
The accusation is false.
I am telling the truth.
The truth does not matter. There is only the power of men.
This should be settled quietly.
I'm innocent!
I request a duel to the death.
If you lose, your wife will suffer dire consequences.
One of us has lied. Let us let God decide.
You do not believe me.
I am risking my life for you.
You are risking my life so you can save your bride.
The penalty for bearing false witness is that you are to be burned alive.
I will not be silent.
Interesting. Very interesting. Um, as long as it's not King Arthur, I'm digging the medieval stuff. That's just my Game of Thrones vibe still kicking in. So I'm actually kind of interested in watching this. I might want to see another trailer, but it piqued my interest. I do like how the trailer was designed with the kind of like Venetian blinds type look on people. I did like that. I think it did added to the mysteriousness of like who's telling the truth, who's lying, that type of thing. So I liked it. So what did you think?
Yeah, it's definitely piqued my interest. It looks very interesting, and I just like. I think I'm gonna go see it. I don't know much other than just the fact that like you have the woman who is saying this is what happened, and then you have the guy and the best friend gonna duel for uh, honor, basically. And so it could be one of those things that it's a very simple story that gets more complex the more and more like the story is told throughout the movie. And I really like those stories that it starts very simply but kind of like explores all avenues. So I'm hoping that's what they do with this movie. So it looks very interesting, and it definitely piqued my interest.
Boggs, what about you?
I absolutely loved it. So not only is I did get a noir feel with it, but it's representing like the cross sign. So being a medieval thing. So obviously you link that with the Crusaders and the kind of medieval armies and things like that, and honor and the way that they fight on behalf of religion. And you can see that there's obviously a war going on, but at the same time there's this crazy kind of rape accusation between king and his wife, and or not between them two, but them two involved, and they ask people to fight on their behalf, as in to settle. You always found that fascinating as well. So in medieval things, or even it's in Game of Thrones as well, that you can elect to have that instead of going to court or something, you can elect to fight to the death, and therefore you are right because you win that battle. So it's crazy, it's barbaric. I find that stuff super interesting. Just living in that time, Ridley Scott, he's done many medieval things before, so I did like that stuff as well. So Adam Driver just being such a fine actor, and yeah, him being the seemingly the antagonist in this as well. Yeah, in the trailer you get the plot, you get the actual, you see the other characters, you know what the story is, you get the action. For me, is what's not to like. Like, it's ticking a lot of boxes. It's a bit like a whodunit / noir in the medieval thing, but in a war environment. It's shot beautifully. The color palette's great. There's so much to like about it. Even the makeup looks great on some of the characters. So costume design, set design. I'm so in on this. This is my kind of thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic because, like, if Matt Damon's character loses the duel, then that's decreed that his wife is lying. If he wins the duel, then that decrees she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, at the end of the day, she was still raped, and I'm wondering if they're gonna play it where both sides are telling the truth, like she was raped, but somehow, some way, it wasn't Adam Driver's character that did it. Something happened in between where, like he was knocked out or left or something like that. I'm wondering if that's how they're going to play it.
I hope they don't do that. I really hope they don't.
Well, I don't know.
I think from a woman's perspective, though, there's so much women don't get believed when they come forward with accusations like this. And so if they make it that she's lying, that if they definitively make it that she because you're saying oh, she might have gotten raped, but it might have been a different person. So yeah. I think, but that still makes it that she's lying about it. And so if they make it that she's definitively not telling the truth, I really personally would not like that, just as a woman.
No, I'm just saying, no, what if from her point of view, she is telling the truth? But I'm just saying, but maybe at the same time, she doesn't know all the information. Maybe she was drugged or something like that, and she remembers being raped. She remembers Adam Driver coming in, but maybe something happened in between that. So I'm saying she is telling the truth, but then maybe so is he. He didn't do it. Someone else did it. So
there's going to be so many of these kind of debates about this movie. I can just see it now. But yeah, for me, it's fascinating. This kind of thing that can cause this controversy and cause this kind of debate is something that you can get your teeth stuck into. And I just find it intriguing, and having Ridley Scott at the helm. Yes, I'm so in on this. Definitely.
Yeah. And when
Opening
it was,
opening night for me. Sure.
yeah, when they were
Me too.
saying, what was it? That it doesn't matter if you're telling the truth or not. You're playing like a man's game. So and like in that part too. Unfortunately, back then it didn't really matter whether or not the woman is telling the truth or not. It matters on whether or not the man is going to believe you or not. And so I think that stuff is very fascinating to me,
Absolutely.
and that's why I love watching like historical pieces like this, because it really takes you to those times and what some women have had to deal with. And so not saying that like, oh, I'm 100% on her side and she's like great or anything, but it's one of those like
she's on her own in this barbaric time.
Exactly, yeah. And maybe she turns
true.
out that she isn't telling the truth, and that she's doing it for one conniving reason here or the other. And if they can make that interesting and make that come across really well, then that can be an avenue that they take too. I just really hope that that they're sensitive enough with this kind of thing.
Yeah, because like something like that could just come across really, really bad. Like this is a tightrope, and then it's high, especially in today's landscape. It's you got to play it very, very carefully, depending upon exactly like what you said. So how they play it. I'm curious if they stuck with the source material to the letter, because obviously this is based on a true story. So like, I'm wondering if the true story, if they're gonna stick with that completely. Probably not. They're gonna play it for more dramatic effect. Either way,
there's always embellishments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, either way,
the fact that a true story, being that they fought to the death to prove who's right in terms of who, like, do you know what I mean? It's just that basis. I like the psychology of it also. Putting yourself in their situation. Okay, if you were the guy being accused, or if you were the guy, fighting for the king, or if you were the girl, what is so I love all that psychology stuff. So yes, definitely a lot to think about from all sides on this. So it looks super good for me.
Yeah, October 15th, not right around the corner. They have my money. I might want to see one more trailer, but to be honest, even if I didn't, I still buy a ticket to see it, because I'm just curious to see how they play this, because again, in this landscape, and this is Disney now. I mean, like it says 20th Century Studio. This is Disney now, so like I'm pretty sure Disney was very careful about like releasing something like this, because they could have easily just buried this on Hulu, but they chose not to. They're actually going to put it in the theater, so I guess that does say something about it as well. But that's what we think. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Are you fascinated with the source material? Did you know about the story ahead of time? Is this something that's well known? I personally have not, but maybe other people have. Let us know in the comments. Also, like, subscribe, do all those great things. We're still doing our Bad Batch reviews, so you can check those out on the channel. We finished our Loki reviews, but we will start doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe What If series when that starts in August. You can look for those reviews coming out as well. But until then, we probably would do a review on this movie when it does come out as well, because it sounds like we're all going to want to watch it. So we will do a review once the movie does come out. So for myself, Bogz, Soul, till next time, guys, take care.